Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nightmare Echoes. I'm your host, Eleazar. Today we are covering Influencer, but I'm not alone. I'm joined again by Margo. Margo, how's it going?
Hello, going good.
And I'm also joined by Brandon from Terrorific. Brandon, how's it going?
Hey, it's going well. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Brandon, will you tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, so I'm the host of Terrorific, a horror film podcast. So my approach is kind of to highlight and poke fun of the absurd situations that horror movie characters find themselves in. And in between there, I try to sprinkle in a little bit of analysis from time to time, but I'm not that smart of a person, so can't guarantee the quality of said analysis, but we do our best.
That's funny. I think you're a genius. I've listened to season one, which is all about ranking every trap in Saw, which I binged in maybe 3 days. I finished that one fast. And
Yeah.
then I jumped over to season three, which was about VHS. It took me maybe 3 weeks to finish the whole thing, but I was excited and because I love that series. And so I have two more seasons that if I rush through it, then I'm gonna not have any more Terrific to listen to. So I'm listening to a little bit at a time, but I love your podcast. So
I appreciate that.
I'm sure your analysis is way smarter than mine.
I don't know about that.
that's good.
But it's fun times regardless, though. So yeah, current season is season 4, so you're not behind. You can catch up and get up to date if you get to season 4 because I only release every other Tuesday, and so I've done 4 so far in season 4, and 12 is my goal. So still got 16 weeks left of the current season, so there's time.
Nice.
Nice. All right. So today we're covering Influencer, which came out in 2022. It premiered at the Brooklyn Horror Film Festival in October of 2022, and then went to streaming on Shudder in May of 2023. It's directed by Curtis David Harder, who did In Control, which is a sci-fi thriller, as well as a segment on VHS 94. He was a producer on one of the segments for that.
Oh, which one?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know.
I should probably know this since I did an entire season on
Very good.
VHS, but I don't know.
Right. I know. I have to
Interesting.
look it up. He also wrote it with Tesh Goodenkonda. And then for cast, we have Cassandra Nod as CW. She was in the slasher movie It's a Wonderful Knife, which is kind of like the Freaky Friday the 13th movie, Freaky, that Margo and I covered. And it's kind of like Happy Death Day, where they just take a trope and they turn it into a slasher movie. So A Wonderful Knife is just like It's a Wonderful Life. It's Christmas, but it's in a world where the serial killer is going around killing people. Then Emily Tennant plays Madison. She's mostly in a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies, but she was
Oh,
in Jennifer's Body, credited as Gossip Girl.
I don't remember her.
yeah, that's very opposite ends of the spectrum there. Hallmark movies to horror. Okay.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't surprise me. She kind of seems like she'd be in Hallmark movies, the way she acts
Yeah.
a little bit.
And then we have Rory J. Sapper, who plays Ryan. He was in 2016's The Legends of Tarzan and Hunted, a 2012 action thriller. Sarah Canning plays Jessica. She was in Superhost, the Banana Splits movie, and the Vampire Diaries. 46 episodes of
That's
them as
that's
Jenna.
how I know her. She's played Elena's aunt.
Okay.
Oh boy, do I love the Vampire Diaries.
I know you do. I know you do.
I've never
Yeah.
seen a single episode. Will you judge me if I say that?
No, not at all. This is one of those CW shows in like the modern era of television where every single episode is like plot, 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 plot. When they started doing like little mini arcs in series. So that show is just like action packed, which is great in the first like couple seasons. And then once it goes, you're like, okay, they're running out of ideas, I fear. But I still find it fun. And Eleazar knows I love, love, love Nina Dobrev. So
Right. And then, yet, even if they ran out of ideas, they had enough for a spin-off, right?
yeah, Legacies. I didn't ever watch that one though.
Okay, all right. And then for supporting characters, we have Paul Spurrier as Rupert and Justin Sams as Jay.
Who are not really in the movie at all.
Just a little bit.
This is interesting because there's really only 4 characters in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, main characters. Yeah.
Right. There's 2 other characters like you mentioned, but they're so barely in there that I mean they almost don't even need to be in the movie.
I didn't even know their names.
I did not know. I To be honest though, I had to look up everyone's name because I didn't know anyone's name. But that's pretty par for the course.
Sure. Well, Rupert's that kind of
He's
creepy
like the British
uncle
guy, right?
guy. Yeah, at the bar. It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
And then I assume
lady.
the other one's the friend
Right, the friend that's
who we only
just
see
doing
over
the Zoom
video
chats.
call. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So not much is known about budget or the box office because it was straight to streaming, but it has a Rotten Tomato critic score of 91% and an audience tomato meter of 69%.
Hmm.
And then at the Canadian Film Festivals, Cassandra Nod got the Blondie Award for Best Lead Performance.
Congrats.
Okay. I don't know that I would agree, but sure. I don't know who the nominations were.
Right. Who was the competition?
Right. That's funny. Anything else you want to say about it before we go through heavy spoilers in the whole plot?
No, let's get into it.
Yeah. Let's
Although
do
I
it.
want to say, this movie is called. I always do this. Yeah, I say no. I don't have anything to say. Oh wait, yes I do. The movie is called Influencer, and it is about influencing, kind of. But I don't know if I would consider that the drive of the movie. I guess it is. I don't know. I just expected more influencer-driven horror elements to this
Okay.
movie.
Sure.
The other thing I want to say is I don't know that I would consider this a horror movie. Would you consider this a horror movie or more like a psychological thriller?
I mean,
I
I
guess
always
it's
feel
both.
like that's a fine line, but I guess
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mind being so inclusive with horror. Like if someone
Well,
finds it,
we really,
you
we'll
know,
really
yeah, I mean,
stretch it.
sure, yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? If it's like there's so many categories, but I mean, I think the idea of someone stealing your identity and running your life without anybody really noticing is horrifying. So I think the
It is,
concept
yeah,
is
that's
there,
Pretty scary.
right? And so
It is, yes, that's
I think that fits. And even if it's horror adjacent, I still think it's a fun enough movie with a crazy enough plot twist that happened that I'm excited to talk about it.
yeah. I also did not know where this movie was going at any point. I thought I knew, and then I did not know. So that was fun because you go into a lot of these movies and you're like, oh, okay, I see where this is going, and this one really, I was like, okay, I don't know. Who knows what's
Sure.
going on at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the movie starts with we're zooming on an island, and just for a flash, we see a body that's laying on a beach before we quickly cut to a voiceover of Madison, who's talking to her followers about her time in Thailand, about how it's great to go out and meet people and explore the unknown. But what we're really seeing is that she's not really venturing far from her hotel room. She's having lunches with herself. She's sad that her boyfriend Ryan hasn't even shown up for the trip with her. And the only other person near is this one woman swimming that we're going to learn is CW.
Yeah, I feel like they
Do we
really
ever
established
learn
like
CW's name?
pretty early that
Okay.
like social media is this facade kind of deal, instead of letting the movie run on and kind of have that message be a little more hidden. It's like, no, this is what we're going for. Social media, you can't believe what you see, because she looked miserable that entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a real thing. I have friends who will post. They're not influencers, they're just doing for friends, but they'll post like their vacations and it looks like they're having a great time, and then they're like, "Oh, it was awful." And I'm like, "What?
That's too
Why
funny.
did you post that picture to be like, oh, we're having an amazing time?" I'm like, who is this for? But I mean, for Madison, she's making money,
Sure.
But yeah, I think to me, a lot of the influencing commentary happens here, right off the top of the movie. Like you said, yes, she's obviously just putting on this facade. It's not real. It's not really how she feels. She's just trying to market whatever. She has
Right.
like product marketing or getting followers or whatever she's doing. Oh, I was going to say, do you ever find out what CW's name is? I feel I only know it because of the credits. Did they say it at some point? They must.
I don't know anymore. I thought they did. I feel like if anybody
never
said it,
heard it?
Ryan said it.
They say it at the 1 hour 17 minute mark. I
Okay.
wrote that down. Yeah, so
Okay.
Okay, cool.
when
All
we
right.
get there,
Okay.
I got a little note on that.
So later in her room, she's FaceTiming with her friend Jay, who gets really excited about this makeup product that she has that isn't even on the market yet. We find out that she's sponsored by Ryan, or Ryan kind of gets her sponsors for her job to advertise these beauty products, and Jay would like to get that kind of sponsorship as well.
Yeah, I guess he's like her manager, kind of.
Ryan, yeah,
Yeah.
right, slash boyfriend.
Manager with
Right.
benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so we do see a small detail in this scene that she puts her passport and all her money just in the side drawer. There's no safe here. She just keeps it there.
That's not a good
And
idea.
they really focus on it so that we know that that's going to be a thing later, I feel like.
You should carry that around with you. You know,
Or lock it in a safe.
Or
lessons
secured,
learned.
yeah. Travel 101, have
Yeah.
some security there.
So okay, so obviously Madison has money throughout this movie because she's staying at this like beautiful resort. What I didn't 100% understand is if she has the money or Ryan has the money. Is Ryan like using her to make himself money? Is that the impression you got?
I think that he might have a lot of clients, but she is making him money. But I think he's using some
Okay.
context because he was supposed to have paid for 1 week of her stay, but she ended up staying for 2.
Right. Because I think she's saying he paid for it.
Right.
But I'm
So I
like,
think
Yeah.
he's got it. She
okay.
can't be his only client, I would imagine.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got some internet pimp vibes for sure.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say though, yeah, when I got to travel to Southeast Asia, they had hotels that would take your passport and put it in their safe. So the whole time
Mm.
you're there, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. And then you get it upon checkout when you're leaving again, which everybody was doing it. So, so I did it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But later that night, she's having drinks at the bar, and we meet this guy named Rupert who doesn't understand the concept of a selfie, and he wants to take the picture for her, but she's like, no, I got it. He keeps talking her up, trying to offer to give her a tour of the surrounding area when CW jumps in, telling the guy to like get a hint. She doesn't want to hang out with you. And CW gives her an excuse to go on a walk, and she'll show her around Thailand.
Yeah, this is another thing. Is he living at this hotel? I'm so confused. Is this a resort or is it like a apartment complex kind of thing?
I
I
thought
guess
it
it
was a
doesn't. It
resort.
does
I think it
not
was a
matter.
resort.
Okay, it really does not matter, but I'm just like, why is he here for so long?
It could
But
just
I
be the
guess,
bar he goes to.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he's trying to pick up
Right,
rich ladies.
or just young ladies. I don't know if he cares
That's
about the
true.
money.
That's
I think
true.
it's the latter. Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
has the money and he's
'Cause
trying
this
to
guy's
splash it
like,
on some of these impressionable young traveling women
that makes sense. She's
and
like
splash other things on them too.
ooh. He's like 50. He's like a 50-year-old. Like
It's still got to
he's
work.
supposed to give out like
Yeah.
creeper vibes.
Three time divorcee.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes, that's
right.
what he says. That's right. So they go out on CW's Honda motorcycle to a beautiful spot. And of course, Madison starts taking selfies, but we learn quickly that CW does not want to be in any of the pictures.
Well, we can say right off the bat too is this actress has a very distinct, like a really large birthmark on the side of her face, and it's extremely distinguishable. Like if you saw her, you would notice, you would recognize her again if you saw her again.
Right. And this is,
Um,
it's really, the actress really has it. And she has said
mhm.
publicly that she's never felt that it's limited her work in any way. And she doesn't mind it at all,
Well,
which is
she's
interesting.
otherwise very beautiful, so
You're right.
I can see why I would not really hinder her.
We do see a scene where they go to visit elephants. Madison tells CW in this scene that she doesn't really have any family anywhere, which I think in hindsight is a bad thing to tell a stranger.
Yep,
Survival instincts for Madison were not
very
the
low.
greatest.
Yeah.
I see always like, yes, I found a great mark.
CW gets the idea for them to meet a couple of guys just randomly on the street. They go dancing and drinking with these guys, and they seem to have a good night, although it looks like Madison, while she's faking having a good time. She looks like she feels guilty that it's not Ryan, or at least sad that Ryan's not there with her.
Yeah.
After they are done for the night, they go back to their resort hotel rooms, and she quickly finds out that her room has been broken into. She rushes over to where we saw her put her passport and her money. That drawer's missing, clothes are thrown everywhere. We see that the next day that it's going to take 2 weeks to get her a new passport, and in that time CW says that she should stay with her. Madison's like, I don't want to put you out, but CW, I guess, gives a good argument because we see that she accepts that eventually.
This has nothing to do with that, but the music in this movie was interesting. You know, I always like notice this, but like the part where she's going through it's kind of like thriller music almost. You know, like they're doing action scenes, but there's not an action scene. I don't know. I just noticed it. I don't know if it was good or bad, to be honest. I liked it, but I don't know that it fit the tone.
The one that I liked and thought fit was when the first big twist happens. There's a really good music cue.
Yeah.
But
I really like the music. I just thought it was interesting that it's extremely like action, like to me, it seems like it was an action scene music a lot. And I'm like, I don't know. It was just kind of interesting, and I noticed it, and I liked it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something there, Brandon?
Yeah. CW's pitch to Madison to stay at her house was basically just like, trust me, bro. And Madison's like, all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
I can only
Madness.
assume that CW is relying on the fact that she's like a young woman. People are not going to distrust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gave me some ideas for some cons that I might be able to pull. I'm not a young woman, but I'm small, so I think I could get away with it.
This is
Just
why
going
we
over
don't
the
do
time.
video, Brandon. So Margo's face isn't out there. That's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. Because of those future cons. I don't want people to notice.
She takes a shower before deciding to call Ryan. On the phone call, he isn't paying attention to her for a little bit, talking about the next schedule, but she finally gets his attention to tell him what's going on. And he kind of tries to take command of the situation and have her walk him through everything that happens so he could fix it all, but she's not asking for that. And she uses this as an opportunity to kind of break up with him, or say she thinks it should be over. Right. And he's not having that. He tells her to like call back in the morning when she is more calm, which is, I'm sure that's going to work.
I love being told to be calm. Boy,
Right,
oh boy,
exactly.
does everybody love that.
I mean, he was a douchebag. Like, he was blaming her for all this mishap, saying, you know, that's so you that someone would steal your passport. Which I guess in hindsight, he wasn't
It kind of was,
totally
but
wrong.
what
You
a
know,
horrible thing to say.
yeah, you know, you're leaving it unprotected and stuff. But yeah, he wasn't really trying to be supportive, or didn't seem like a boyfriend at all. It was just like, hey, why are you so dumb that you got robbed and now I have to bail you out, essentially.
Yeah, this movie, I'm like, is Ryan a horrible boyfriend or kind of good? Because right now, I think he's horrible. There's no question. But later, I'm like, is he kind of good? I don't know.
know,
But I think he's a
Could've been
bad
worse.
person overall. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in our 99% of horror movie bad boyfriends. He's right up there.
Sure.
Good job,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Well, I mean, we'll get into it later, but there's some things I feel like he goes out of his way to just
Yeah,
try to be a good, at least
he does.
help
That's what I'm saying.
her out. Yeah.
Later on, I'm like, maybe he's good, but he does some stuff that is obviously not great. Not great, Ryan.
Right. Okay. So the next day they're on a boat and we're watching them slowly make this journey to another part of Thailand. They explore some caves, see some bats, spend a little bit of time on these like on water huts where they wait for one boat to another, which is interesting. But throughout the whole thing, while she's recording stuff for her, we really don't get a lot of dialogue. We just kind of see the transition of time as they're taking one boat to another boat till we get to the place that CW is saying is her home.
Boy, is this movie an advertisement for visiting Thailand?
I've been there for 23 hours.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And I was already in Southeast Asia.
Oh.
And so we could hop off a plane, we got a hotel room anyway, and we just had a lot of fun, ate some great food, did some wonderful shopping for 23 hours. And by on that 23-hour mark, we were in the airport on another plane, which was wild.
Here for a good time, not a long time. I respect it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When they get to CW's home, we see this book on this table, which has a different name on it. It says the
Mm-hmm.
name Becky Wilson. CW's cutting up some fish. Madison comes down saying, I have some ideas of what things I want to do around the area. But CW tells her, I have a surprise. Tomorrow's, let's go do the things that I want to do. And Madison's like, that's amazing. So we cut to her getting on a boat. She wants to film instantly, but CW shuts it down. It's like, wait till we get there. Like, stay off social media. Come on. This is going to be great. So she listens to her. The boat ride's really long. They end up on this island. And right when they get there, she notices her cell phone doesn't work. She also notices that on this like man-made bench out of logs, there's someone has carved like days on the island, like little marks.
Yeah.
There's like
Like
seven
Tally
hash
tally
marks.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so that right away seems suspicious.
Ominous as hell.
I don't know
Yeah.
that I would find. Look, sometimes in these movies, I'm like, come on, but I don't know that I would find that suspicious. To be honest, I don't know. I might not even notice it.
Yeah, it could be hindsight. I don't know.
I mean, I would have never gone with some rando
Yeah.
to an island in the first place.
That is the
So,
first step. That is the
there's
first step.
that. But
Avoid going to deserted islands with strangers that you met in Thailand at a bar
yes.
whose name you don't even know.
That's
Yeah.
a takeaway of the movie. Let it be that.
Yeah, yeah. If you learn something from this movie, that'll be it right there.
Right.
So that night they're sitting by a campfire, and it reminds Madison of scary stories that used to be told during her time at Girl Scouts. Madison tells a joke that there's a girl that in that group that would have thought she brought her there to kill her. And CW starts going in this real creepy vibe where she says she's not going to kill her. She's going to leave her there. And when Madison says there's a real big flaw in your plan because people are going to know that I'm missing, she says, oh no, I could take off your social media accounts. I could take them over. No, 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 you're missing. You really only sell makeup to little girls. So who's really going to care that you're gone?
Yeah, those survival instincts, they were at a zero before. In this scene, they're
Yeah.
like at a -5. Because CW like literally laid out her entire plan verbatim for what she was going to do. Like, I'm
This
gonna
is like
leave
a
you here
full villain
stranded.
monologue.
Yeah, leave you here stranded. You're gonna wake up in the morning, realize that I'm gone. There's gonna be no food. You can't drink any of the water. You're gonna start hallucinating because you're so dehydrated. Like, told her every single thing that was about to happen, and Madison just said, "LOL." Okay.
You're so funny. You're so
That's
funny,
awesome.
girl. I would be out of this plane already because I'm like, well, what are we just sleeping on the dirt? No, 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 no.
She had a
Let's
pillow.
get back. Let's get back to the old house because I'm not sleeping on this beach.
Or
Right.
sleep on
I
the
don't think
boat so
so.
that she can't leave without you at that point.
I don't know, but I'm not sleeping on a beach. I would sleep with a tent, maybe. She didn't bring a tent, so no,
That's
thank you.
funny. The next morning, we start to get the credits because at 26 minutes into the movie, the big twist is revealed
Yeah.
where CW gets up, takes all of Madison's stuff, and gets on the boat and leaves her on the island.
This is wild
Yeah.
because I even wrote, when I was writing people's names, I wrote Madison, blonde main character. And I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I guess she's not.
We watch as CW takes over her accounts, and with the help of AI, no one seems to notice. She takes pictures in front of the big Buddha and in front of other landmarks and just uses AI to use her face, even in videos,
Mhm.
to make everybody believe that Madison is still going around. She tells her followers that she's going to skip the rest of the tour around Europe and she's just going to stick in Thailand only. She's going to take a break from social media, but she'll be back eventually.
Mm-mm.
She became the influencer. Going back to your 26-minute mark point, that's also when the opening credits first pop up. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like kind of mirroring that, CW is becoming this fake influencer, and you see the credits pop up to kind of drive that point home. I thought that was pretty cool touch.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
It was very cool. I this is at this point I was like, what is the thesis of this movie? And maybe there is none. Maybe it's just a fun idea, fun concept. But I'm like, are they pro social media or anti social media? This movie, because I'm like, at first CW is very like, just live your life, don't blah blah blah. But now she's the one doing it. I don't understand it. I'm like, are you targeting these people because they can make you money, or is it because you are like looking down on these influencers that they're not living their life? I don't know, and I don't think it explains it.
I feel like she does get a lot of money
Yeah,
because
oh, well,
later on the
definitely.
character talks about how much money she really has.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But she's also living really lavishly on them. She ups
Mm-hmm.
CW's credit card statements or credit
Right.
card limits. She gets this lavish kind of glass mansion on the
Mm-hmm.
water that
Mm-hmm.
is really beautiful. She's just enjoying life there, I guess. But part of me
Mm-hmm.
also thinks she's kind of a sociopath.
Well, she's definitely a sociopath.
Like,
I
Yeah,
don't
for
think it's
sure.
a kinda. For sure, she is 100%.
there you go. Well, because it doesn't take her long before she's like, all right, it's been 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for my next target. So she's
Right.
hunting social media where
Yes.
she finds this Instagram post from a Jessica Tegan who is talking about being in Bangkok and traveling alone. And all her posts are about how you can be strong, you can do this, you can go out in the
Yeah.
world by yourself, you don't need anybody else, which puts a big target on her back as well.
Yeah. So this is Sarah Canning. I at this point had crossed off Blonde MC for Madison and put Blonde MC for Jessica. Although really CW is the main character.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's going after another blonde influencer. This one's she's older. She's a little older. But yeah, so she definitely targets influencers.
Hmm.
And I guess I'm getting more serial. She's more. She's not really a con artist. She's more of like a serial killer because she has these very specific type of people that she's like targeting. And
But she's
at
like
this point, I'm
Jigsaw.
like,
She didn't kill anybody.
I was about to
yeah,
say,
right.
yeah. Did she
I
technically
was,
kill them? She's
Well,
serial
spoiler: she
something,
didn't kill anybody.
serial deserter. Yeah,
yeah, right,
but
exactly.
I'm like, is she like trying to teach them a lesson, or is these are these easy marks? I don't know, and I don't know that I figured it out ever.
I think all of the above. I think they're easy marks.
Yeah,
She's teaching them a lesson, but she also secretly desires their lifestyle too.
maybe,
And
yeah,
so she's kind of battling all these different emotions within herself, and that leads her to desert them on this desert island. And like for her, going back like to the serial killer or serial whatever she is, so there was that scene in the dark room where she posted up the Polaroid picture that she took
hmm
of
yeah.
Madison.
That was very serial killer vibes.
Very serial killer vibes. And I think Madison was the fifth photo. So there
Yeah,
were at least four prior victims before that.
right.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of like Count to Mr. Ripley vibes too, like
Yeah.
taking over their person, taking over their lives. But yeah, you know what? I love to see women doing a classic man job of serial killing.
Makes me feel better about myself, actually. I'm just kidding.
But like her tech skills though were like crazy. She's like super advanced. Like this stuff that she was doing, I was like, wow, that's like
Yeah,
terrifying that this was in 2022. We've only made advances since then. Like what could people
right.
do today if they wanted to? And then also it's like, is this movie kind of like giving the ideas to other people if they wanted to try something like this? Like here's the how to, target people traveling by themselves in foreign countries and just use your Instagram explore page to find them and
Yeah.
get away with murder or something close to it.
Maybe this is a sneaky anti deep fake movie.
Maybe.
It's
They're
funny
trying to
because
get
I've
that
always
in.
been like, can we not post our vacation pictures till we get back, guys, so that like no one knows where we're
Yeah.
at? Like,
That's smart. That's
I
smart.
know, but no one listens to me. But
Nobody cares.
but I try.
Sorry.
Like, no, right? Oh, that's funny. So she follows this person, Jessica, around town until she goes into a store and she tries to use this tactic of appearing to know more about the area by saying that this jade statue she's going to buy isn't real. And if she follows her, she'll take her to a place that she'll get real jade and it'll be a much better price. But Jessica, right off the bat, is like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just buying this for my sister. She won't know the difference. I just want to get this over with. And so that doesn't work. So she has to think about a new strategy. And she comes up with a different angle of, I know who you are. I follow you on Instagram and I'm a super fan. I'm so embarrassed that I assumed you didn't know what you were doing, when her whole thing on Instagram is you could be like me and know how to travel across the world and do everything yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But this seems to work.
Yeah, she's very much, it's like a contrast to Madison, right? Because Madison's more naive and just sticking to tourist stuff, and Jessica is more confident and feels like she knows how to travel. She's not going to fall for bullshit, which is funny because CW has to trick her into falling for bullshit. What they say is the best people to con are people who think they're conning you.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of the movie Matchstick Men. That one upset me.
There you go.
That's a great movie. But anyway, so she ends up going with her on her photo shoots. She lets CW give her influence on, should I wear a hat, not a hat, and she's telling her to wear the hat, which for me, when we were watching her do deep fakes, it was easier to deep fake when she was wearing the same hat that Madison had, because there's less of the face to cover and it already looks enough like her with the hat on. So I think she's hoping that she takes pictures with hats so that she can do the same thing for her later. But we do see the moment for Jessica where CW takes her room key out of her purse. What, for me, it didn't seem like there was any time for Madison, for her to have gone into that room. It felt like she was with her the whole time. I don't know when she could have escaped and stole that passport. But we get to see when she has time to do this here for Jessica.
Well, she said she had like a meeting or something she had to go to. Jessica.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It works for, like, it makes sense for Jessica. For Madison, it looked like they were there the whole time together. I don't know when CW would have gone to steal her passport. But
I don't know.
It just made me think about it when we clearly see.
I mean, I guess she could have just snuck in there when she's taking a shower or whatever.
But she would have had to gotten in the room first. Like, she wouldn't have, like, how would she got in the room? Either way, I'm overthinking it, I feel like.
Yeah, you're right, though.
But
Not a plot hole.
Right, yeah. I don't know. It bugged me a little bit. But anyway, so yes, Jessica goes to this business meeting. We watch her go into Jessica's room. We assume she trashes the room, steals her passport. We see her just sitting outside of the hotel, waiting for Jessica to give her a call.
Well, this makes less sense, right? Because Jessica would have, like, put her passport in a safe or something.
Unless her tech skills are that good enough to crack safes.
I guess. Because I'm like, Jessica seems to know how to travel.
Right.
This is her job. So you would think she would have. To me, I don't understand why CW didn't just abandon her as a mark, but maybe she wanted the challenge. But yeah, it didn't make as much sense. But you know what? We'll just go with it. Fine. She stole it. Whatever.
But whenever CW is waiting for Jessica to call her after coming back to the hotel, like with the phone in her lap, she picked up on the very first ring, which would be a huge red flag for me. Like, if you're answering the phone that quickly, I got questions about what you're doing. You seem like you're a little bit too obsessed.
I thought it kind of went with her character she's playing. Because she's playing like this fangirl who's
super obsessed
with Jessica. Yeah, so she's just like waiting by her phone, waiting for her call. I don't know. Maybe she's just on social media. If I'm looking at Instagram and somebody calls me, I can answer right away.
You can. I normally just like hang up. Like, what do you want?
Ignore.
Come on, Margo. Text only, Margo. Take it.
I forgot to mention this detail too, is that CW smokes so much. What's that about?
A lot of smoking.
Is that showing that she's like a bad person? She smokes so much.
That used to be a detail in movies, right? Like, well, there was a time where everybody smoked and it was cool to smoke. Yeah. And then there was a time where only villains smoked. So I don't know. Maybe the director just loves movies from that kind of time.
A nod to make sure you know she's going to be a bad person. She smoked.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So we cut to where Jessica has come to go to this place that CW is staying at, paid by Madison's accounts. And the wrinkle in the plan this time is that Ryan has showed up. He's throwing flowers everywhere to try to make this a romantic thing. Jessica's so confused, but she seems fine with minding her own business. She's like, I'll just go find my room. CW ends up using a computer to fake Madison's voice on a phone call so that Ryan thinks that Madison is still alive. But he clocks that she sounds weird. He wants to talk to her in person.
I was gonna say, so this is the point. I'm like, maybe this is why she's targeting social media people, is because they have so many images of their face and clips of their voice, so it's easier to deepfake them. Whereas if you pick me, for instance, you'd have no. I mean, now I'm on a podcast, but otherwise you'd have nothing to go with, right?
Sure.
So, I don't know.
You're on a podcast saying the weirdest things ever.
Sometimes I'm saying very normal things, Eleazar.
I know. I edit those out.
But this situation though seemed like so like high pressure because she's like typing what the AI Madison is saying while on the phone live with Ryan. Like if she has one typo or anything like that, it's gonna just completely blow up the entire conversation. So I was like, damn, like she's
Oh,
like
that's a good
locked
point.
in right now, bro.
She has good typing skills.
It's funny because I'm like, man, she's going slow. Like, but you're right. She's got to be careful, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's funny. So Jessica's ready to go out and sightsee. CW at first doesn't want to go until Ryan says he'll go with her. And she can't let Ryan and Jessica be alone too much because their stories of what happened to Madison is too similar. She gets to be the one when they're out taking photos to pick up the food. And while CW's picking up the food, Jessica and Ryan are talking, and Ryan talks about how Madison's place got broken into, her passport was stolen. All of a sudden, she just kind of got off social media, and I just haven't got to talk to her, and I just really want to talk to her, which gives Jessica pause. She's like, whoa, hold up. This is the exact same thing that happened to me. But CW rushes over before they can continue in the conversation. She does bring it up like, yeah, that's weird. I hear her passport was stolen. And CW's like, you'd be surprised how much that happens. It happens a lot.
Real slick. And again, these are all strangers. Like, how are you just like Ryan showing up 12 hours before and then say, yeah, let's all hang out and spend the entire day together. Random people that I just met who were staying in my girlfriend's house that she's renting.
I know. If I was Ryan,
Crazy.
I'd be like, I'm calling the cops or whatever, and
Yeah.
you're getting it out of this. Well, I guess he doesn't own it. I guess Madison owns it. Is that right? Or it's
Yeah,
in her
he's saying
name?
it's his money, though, which is a little weird. He's saying basically
but
I'm
is
paying for
it?
it. I don't
Is it
know.
really? Or is he just like, I made her, so it's my money? I don't know.
Yeah, because there's no way that CW would have access to his credit cards.
But this is
Yeah.
an advertisement for having a controlling boyfriend, because controlling boyfriends will come check on you if you've been dropped off on an island and left for dead. So, not all bad. Not
Yeah,
all
but it doesn't
bad.
work out the best. Spoiler alert there.
Not for Ryan, but it works out for Madison. So,
Okay, all
I
right.
don't
Good point. Good point. So they go out drinking together, and while they're drinking, Jessica books it out of there while CW's not looking. She takes the cab home, packs her stuff right away, but then CW isn't far behind, pays the cab driver to leave, which throws Jessica off, and she says she doesn't understand what her game is. She knows she's taking advantage of Madison, but she's not going to take advantage of her. And she even offers her money. It's like, is this about money? Here, take some money. She tries to give her a wad of cash. But this offends CW, or CW's just afraid to leave witnesses, I guess. She just jumps straight to murder. So now she's willing to kill
No,
somebody.
she called her a fucking creep. That's what set her off. That's what triggered her.
yeah.
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 Once that came out, her eyes just like completely like went dead.
So then at this point of the movie, I'm like, does this have something to do with her birthmark? Is that what they're getting at? That she's like jealous of these like blonde, conventionally attractive women? I don't know, because
Might be.
she says she's creepy. I'm like, is she talking? I mean, obviously she's talking about her personality, and
Right.
she is creepy. So you're right, but I'm like, is that part of the casting, or did that have nothing to do with it at all? I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
It's
I
kind of
never thought about it
interesting.
before. I just thought it was like her personality, how she's acting, what she's doing about it.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, that could be. That's something I didn't think about.
I think you might be onto something, Margo, because like there were a couple of instances where whenever CW was on the laptop or on the phone, like pretending to be Madison, like the camera angle was shot from the side without the birthmark. And then like
Mm-hmm.
whenever like her mood kind of changed or she tried to like revert back to being CW, then it came back to being straight on to see her with the birthmark. So whenever she's trying to be somebody else, I think she's trying to like mask that side of her kind of deal, and the camera was reflecting that.
I mean, again, this actress is conventionally beautiful. So, I mean, I don't know, but it just seemed maybe, and maybe I'm just putting that in there, just creating that. But I was just like, it is an interesting contrast. She always picks these very conventional looking white women, blonde hair, what a typical like quote unquote like attractive like white person would be. I don't know. Is
Well,
that
there's
it just like gave me a reason to think she has a motive for targeting these specific people.
sure. Well, there's a
I don't
couple.
know.
I mean, I think Brandon's right. I think you have a good point. I think though she might have to only target white people because it'll be easier for AI to swap her out
Well,
for a
that's
white
true.
woman. And if
But
she
the fact
already
that they're
owns,
blonde. But then the
yeah,
other thing
well,
I thought is that they are so much different looking that I mean, as much as she can get away with that maybe she wouldn't be suspected, right?
right,
If they're looking for like somebody who looks like Madison, they would never suspect CW because she has, shorter brown hair,
right.
so she would look different enough. So I don't know. It's just something that I thought about because of the fact, like Brandon said, that the tipping point for her was that she called her creepy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that makes sense though. So she slams her face against the stone of the house, puts her head by the pool, and then shoves the heel of her high heels right
I
through
didn't
her
like that.
throat.
I didn't like that. I
Yeah,
didn't like that.
that was a tough way to go
Like,
out for sure.
oh no, yeah.
Yikes.
I don't like that.
And she packs her body in her own suitcase. And then Ryan shows up while she's still cleaning the
This is like
blood.
the only kind of like gruesome part. It's not that gruesome, but a little gruesome part of the movie is when you see her packing her little body into the into her own suitcase.
Sure.
Yikes.
And Ryan shows up with a bunch of friends that he just met, invites them over to a house that's not even his, and has a party, gets mad when CW's mad about it, but notices the suitcase and it's like, oh, she's still here? Even though she's right in that suitcase.
She, yeah, literally is still here.
She is
Yep.
still there.
She convinces him to kick everybody out because it's so late and she doesn't want to party. That night, she grabs a knife and she's thinking of just going in there and murdering him when she sees that he has posted an Instagram photo and has tagged Jessica in it. And in that photo is CW in the background. And she did not realize that she is in a photo, and now that photo's out there to the world. So she has to come up with a different plan.
Mm.
Yeah. He also tagged Madison in there too and said this is Madison's weird ass friend. So she probably felt the kind of way
So
about
they're
that too.
connecting, right? So she's connected to Madison now.
Right.
Yep.
Not good.
So the next morning, she comes with a new plan. She cooks him breakfast, says that it kind of got off on the wrong foot. Maybe they could start over. She goes out in the town with him, drugs his drink.
Oh, she also posted a picture of Madison with some random guy and said "my new love" or something like that. I
Yep.
guess to make
New love of
him.
my life. Yep. And then at the breakfast too, she staged like a eaten plate for saying that
That's
Jessica
right. I
had
was like, that's so
taken off.
smart. I don't think I would have
She,
thought of that.
she went through a lot of steps. She's definitely planning
Yeah.
ahead for sure.
Margo
Yeah.
taking notes.
Yeah. Oh, leave empty plates. So
So that night, she drugs his drink and he's barely conscious as they get home. She puts him in bed, stages that she's having sex with him, gets on top of
at
him.
first I was like, what? I don't understand what this is. I was like, is she like date raping him?
I thought she was going to.
Why? But she did it. She did it. She did it. She was just making it look like they had sex.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are you doing? Why? But yeah, that's it was just make it look like
When she gets on top of him, she just uses it to unlock his phone.
right.
I thought maybe she was saying if he remembered anything, he'd remember me topless on top of him.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
maybe that would like help sell it. She opens a condom and just throws it to the floor, so he would think
Although
it's used.
completely clean.
Completely clean.
Not to get gross.
You're right.
Nothing on the outside or the inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, when I use a condom, I'm just kidding.
I'm not trying to be gross. I'm just saying.
I thought the exact same thing.
That was fresh from the package.
I did appreciate though the fact that they did show the condom usage. I feel like movies overlook that fact so often. People just immediately jump into
Safe sex,
getting it
kids.
in. Yeah, wrap it up, prevent STIs, STDs, pregnancies.
Yeah, I like that that message too. That's a
Yeah,
good message.
yeah.
All right, so when he wakes up, he sees it, he believes that it really happened, and she takes him to a ferry for his trip to go. She is like, oh, I really wish you don't have to go so soon, like if all of a sudden they're an item, and she likes him a lot. And he's kind of weirded out, kind of confused about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to where Madison's picture was posted, which was the resort where she was staying at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that last picture with the supposed new boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
He goes to drink, and this is where he meets Rupert, the guy at the bar. Rupert is willing to buy anybody a drink. He's like, buy this man a drink. Look at him. He's so sad. And so he starts chatting him up. Ryan shows him the photo, and the guy says, this photo couldn't have been posted yesterday because yesterday it was storming more. There's clouds. This is the first sunny day we've had at this location in about a week. So he knows that something's wrong with this picture, and this picture isn't legit on the surface.
What a
Detective?
detective thing to say, right? Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. That's that. I don't care if it was thunderstorming out the day before. I really don't think I would put it together. It'd be like, oh no, that couldn't have been yesterday. I would have just been like, I don't know, man. Bye.
This is why you would have shot the wrong vial of medicine in that movie you
No
always
way.
talk about.
No.
Just kidding. What's that movie?
No.
Knives Out. Knives Out. This is really
No,
bothering.
Brandon, this is one of my movie. Like, I can't let it go. From Knives Out. I'm not gonna get into it, but there's no way that the main premise of the movie could have happened. I'm just gonna say that. This isn't a mystery movie podcast. But that's what Eleazar is referring to because, oh man, do I go out on rant every single time about it.
Anytime it comes
Anyway.
up.
That's
yeah.
funny.
It's my fault this time. All right, so Ryan chats with Jay because it's their mutual friend and asks if he has actually video chatted with Madison, and Jay says no, it's only been
This is
text
like
messages.
one of the worst friends I've ever seen.
The worst. So
Like,
bad.
girl, this is your only friend? This is really making it clear why you were so willing to go with CW. Because
Yeah.
He changes sides a lot.
And
Yeah,
he didn't ever care about her, you know?
Nope. He's in two scenes. The first one, he's like, she's trying to open up about her relationship struggles with Ryan, and he's like distracted by someone else on the side of the call. Like, oh, I'm just talking to Madison. Yeah, we can go whenever. All right, bye, Madison. And just like hangs up on her like mid sentence. And now this one, like talking to Ryan at the end, he's like, Ryan, you can do a lot better than Madison. Like, bro, what? I thought this is like your girl. Like, what are you doing right here? Just total asshole friend. The worst for sure.
He's got one small scene later too, though. Which
He's helpful to say that Madison would have 100% told him if she had a new boyfriend.
Right.
And that she hasn't talked to him face to face. There we go. That's helpful to Ryan.
Right. And so after this, Ryan does his own detective work and starts slowing down the Instagram post frame by frame to
Never would
notice
have thought
that
of
one
this.
frame slipped through. I didn't know that this is possible, but one frame by frame to see that one frame the AI missed removing the birthmark completely, and so he knows that it was really CW taking these pictures and not Madison. So Madison disappeared sometime before this picture.
Well, he keeps saying these videos do not seem like Madison. Like
He's
this
like
is not
shat on
her.
the quality of it.
I mean, at first he means like she's not happy, like she needs me, it's very self-centered why he thinks that she's not the quality that she normally is. But now he's thinking maybe there's a more nefarious reason, which he is correct. I'll give him that. Oh, Ryan. So smart, yet so stupid.
So we cut to him already back at the nice glass house thing that CW is staying at. He finds her journal that talks about traveling to this really far island where her cell phone doesn't work, and she's so excited to kind of unplug because she's with her friend CW. He hears CW coming. He grabs the jade statue that Jessica had bought and uses it to smash CW over the head. And CW wakes up in a chair, and they have this argument where both of them will not relent. Where he's like, I have all of this evidence. You should just give it up. I know what's happening. And she's like, oh, did you always abuse her? Like, she sent me messages like, you're an evil guy. You call the cops. Who are they going to believe? I think this is going to bruise. I think it's going to be obvious that you beat me up on a whim. And it's pretty wild. He talks about how he's discovered all of her money, and if tech savvy she is, he was able to guess her secret passwords.
Yeah,
like her
I
security questions and get into
Password
her
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, why did she keep Madison's journals?
I don't know. She burned
you
stuff.
think it's like a serial killer, like a
Trophy.
trophy?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the jade statue too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so stupid that you would keep that. It's obviously evidence against
she burned
you.
everything else.
Yeah.
And whenever she wakes up, like tied to the chair, like that's like at the 1 hour 17-minute mark, and this is the first and only time that CW's name is actually spoken in the film.
Wow.
And so I watch all my movies with subtitles on, so like it said
Me too.
CW prior to that.
I mean,
but
yeah, I
this-
knew names for that reason exactly, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know when they actually noticed it. Okay, so I'm glad you made a point of that.
Yeah, everyone else, either they set their names or they had their Instagram profiles up and the name was there, whatever it may be. But yeah, CW first in the journals when you see it written out, and then when Ryan's reading the journal and says her name. So like this entire time she's been trying to be anonymous and, hiding out, and now she's finally being revealed and caught by somebody, and that's when her name is actually said. So I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
After they argue for a while, she eventually says that she will take him to Madison. He cuts the rope on her feet, but her hands are still tied behind her back. She takes him to the boat. He looks down confused, and she runs and tackles him into the water.
But let me ask y'all, would you feel perfectly safe confronting somebody who you think is like, I don't know, did something to your girlfriend
No, I would 100% call the police.
because she's like a woman and you think you could take her? I don't know. I'm like, why is he just confronting her on his own? At least be like, text like 5 people that you know and be like, hey, I'm going over to this girl's house. Like, if something happens to me, send the authorities. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, why? Maybe he's just full of himself and think he can handle things. I don't know. But I'm like, this is where I'm like, Ryan, you're so smart. You've detectived this out. You Sherlocked this
Super sleuth.
this situation, and now you're just like, I'm just gonna traipse over there and see what happens. I guess he has a kitchen knife, so he feels safe.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
You know what I always say?
Huge knife.
Kitchen knives are not good weapons.
Somehow, I don't. Yeah, how do you? But when he had the advantage, somehow loses her in the shadows. Okay, but then like he has to be the first and only person in like cinematic history to get drowned by someone who has their arms behind their back at first. Like you're underwater as well. Like you have a knife in your hand.
Yes.
You like. You slice her arm a little bit, slice her leg a little bit, like bro, like
Something.
maybe try
Leave
like
a
a
mark.
fleshier area.
He
Yeah, he got
arm.
he got her arm and leg, but
Okay.
like hit her in the ribs, like somewhere else.
I
Like you
don't
have a
know.
knife
Like,
in
how
your
are you
hand,
not overpowering her? I don't know.
right? Or cut her hands that are choking you out right now. Like do
Well,
something. It was
People always
insane.
grabbing knives that don't know how to fight with knives.
Yeah,
That's a skill. You can't just slash at people. Come on. Get a
man.
bat. That's what I would say. Get a bat.
That's funny. I got my bow staff right there.
Yeah, that would work fine.
that'll work too. Yeah.
A jade
And
statue
then-
obviously worked better than this stupid knife.
my commas are right here too.
Oh, great. Yeah,
All
that's
my
bad.
martial
That's
arts
a bad
weapons.
weapon. That's a bad weapon.
It's not bad. It's a great defensive weapon.
For me,
man.
it would be bad because I don't know how to use it.
Sorry. Random tangents. But that maneuver when she jumps in the water and just pulls her feet through her taped hands and gets her hands in front of her to choke him, that was just crazy. All of a sudden, she's a ninja. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What can't she do?
Yeah.
She's a ninja. She's a tech genius. She's
I don't know. Yeah.
a super traveler and knows everything. Like she's a jack of all trades and
Sure is.
good at murdering too, I guess.
I really
Right.
admire CW. She's someone I aspire to. Just kidding.
That's great. Oh, it's gonna be the clip. All right.
Oh, God.
Sorry. So then we cut to her taking a shower to get all the blood off before logging on as Madison and posting all this information about Ryan and how he physically abused her. She goes through Ryan's stuff to find that he brought an engagement ring and he had planned to propose to her. Puts it on herself like she's crazy, and it fits perfectly.
Well, I guess it's her. Yeah, it's her serial killer
trophy.
souvenir.
Her next trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As she's scrolling through Instagram and all the emails where people are in support of Madison and people are canceling all their work contracts with Ryan. People online like Jay saying that he always knew Ryan was a predator. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
come on, man. Like, what the heck?
King Clout Chaser.
Yeah. And so she then wants to take care of Ryan's body. She goes all the way out in the middle of this island to bury him. And I don't understand why she didn't just dump him.
She could have just dumped him in the ocean, right?
Yeah. So she gets to this island. She sees all these empty coconuts. She sees some fish that looks like freshly caught on a stick. And the tally marks now read like 38 days or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets the shovel and she looks for Madison.
Why?
Why?
I'm like, just get out of there.
Why? Absolutely no reason to do
Go
this.
get a shotgun and come back. I don't know.
Or never come back. Like,
Never come back.
Well, I don't know.
If you want
I
to live
mean, I
on
could
coconuts
see-
for 10 years, go ahead.
Yeah, I could see that
Crazy.
maybe she thinks someone might happen upon the island could happen. So she doesn't want to leave her alive there to be found. I don't know. But like, don't go after her with a freaking shovel. Come on. And you don't know where she is.
right.
Yeah.
She seems to get distracted by 3 crosses made out of sticks. So I don't know if Madison like gave them grave markers because she found the other girls before her.
I think that's what I got. Was that she buried her previous victims.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Madison shows up behind her, knocks her out with a small log of wood.
Weapon.
Madison calls her a bitch, hits her one more time, and then upbeat music starts playing as Madison gets on the boat. She finds Ryan's body, and we cut to CW waking up. She runs to see the boat's already taken off, and she kind of laughs at herself in disbelief. And we watch as Madison is on the water, and the camera pans up to show the large body of water, and the credits roll.
The end.
The end.
I was not expecting that. I have to say, I was not expecting that Madison was going to be alive. That was great.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool twist. You know, they planted that seed earlier when she said she was a Girl Scout.
Oh, I totally
But-
missed that. Although I was a Girl
Yeah.
Scouts and I could have done that. No way.
I thought it was interesting though, like whenever she looked at Ryan's body underneath the tarp or whatever, there was like no reaction, no sadness, no nothing. She was just like, well, all right, well, he's done anyway. Let me continue trying to get my ass out of here and survive.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, was she going to cry? No, she's just like, oh, it's Ryan. Okay. Poor Ryan, except he was a
I
jerk.
know.
So,
Yeah, but I
I
feel
mean, I
like
don't
he
think
tried
he
at the
deserved to
end there.
die.
Right.
You know what? Something that you forgot, I don't know if you forgot, you just didn't mention it, was that we got a little flashback of how they met, Madison and Ryan.
Yeah, you're right. I did.
That it seems like they genuinely liked each other at first. And maybe they had like a little sweet meeting. And then it kind of devolved into maybe like a weird business relationship or they're feeding off each other. I don't know. like for money.
And she was never an influencer before him. He
Yeah, right.
took a picture of her, told her, if you post that, you could
Yeah.
become a star, and there's possibly a lot of money in it for it. And he tried to do the same thing for CW. He said that she has a uniqueness about her that people could really go for, and if she just tried to become an influencer, she could probably make it. So it's like his whole thing.
Spoken like a pimp.
Yes, exactly. Like, how many can I get to work for me? Exactly. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it?
I mean, if I was Madison, I would have made sure I finished the job. Like she hit CW twice and just left her there, which I guess, maybe
I
she
think
wanted
that's
her to experience the
Yeah.
same fate or whatever, but
Right.
that's me. I'm not taking any chances. I don't care about being petty, like whatever. I don't want you if I could you came back for me, or it didn't come back for me, but you came back leading to my escape, so someone else could do that for you. And you've clearly shown a knack for doing crazy shit and finding people to do more crazy shit. So there's a chance you could find me again later on and finish the job. Like no, I would have pushed her off the cliff and then got back on the boat and gotten out of
Well,
there.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she plans on bringing people back to the island to get her. Who knows? I mean, I know there's a sequel. I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel, but
It's definitely a sequel.
okay.
Yeah, that's the real reason she was
Oh,
left
so
alive
she
for
must
the sequel.
survive.
So I won't confirm or
but yeah.
deny. Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, I thought this movie was like I think I said up top. I could not predict it, so that was cool. A lot of CW's like motives are unclear, which is I like that because it makes it creepier, right? That you don't have everything explained. Yeah, I found it fun that the serial killer was this woman who you would not suspect and you would not be scared of, right?
Right.
That was really fun and interesting.
All right.
I would say chicken approved because it was not super scary.
Yeah.
It could like the circumstance is scary, right? That somebody that you just met could like kill you,
Right.
whatever that you wouldn't suspect. But the actual movie wasn't that scary. Oh,
it.
Ryan, you dummy.
Brandon, do you want to tell us about your current season or what we look forward to in your show coming up?
Yeah, sure. So current season 4, I'm going through film adaptations of Stephen King's works. So 4 episodes deep so far. I've covered Dreamcatcher, 1408, Carrie, the 2013 remake, not the original, because I hadn't seen the remake yet. And I always forget what the fourth one, Maximum Overdrive. There we go.
Okay, great movie.
So
Great movie.
yeah, so just kind of picking them on a whim the week before I release. But yeah, eight more planned. Stephen King was like my gateway into horror. When I was like in 6th grade during summertime, my parents made me read during the summer to keep my mind sharp, I guess. So Stephen King novels, my dad had some of those laying around, so I picked them up. And 1408 was one of the first ones I read, so I was like, it might be a good little season to have on Terrorific. So here we are.
Yeah, I have
Um,
Nightmares and Dreamscapes right here.
yeah, I have that. I have that
I was gonna say,
downstairs. I have
this is
paperback.
Eleazar loves Stephen King.
I
Yeah,
do.
he's that guy for sure.
Silver Bullet was the first one that my dad purposely set me down for to watch a horror movie. I've snuck into the living room to watch some others as a kid, but that's the first one that my dad sat me down for. So that one has a good place in my heart. I like Stephen King a lot.
Nice,
So cool. I'm looking
nice.
forward to more of your season.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you everybody for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Nice to have you, Brandon.
This is Nightmare Echoes. We have new episodes every Monday.
I don't know who I'm
Next
I'll just say for the podcast audience, I'm waving like y'all can see me.
next
Bye.
next week on the podcast is the 2022 Speak No Evil, which Jamie and I recorded together. So tune in for that one. And then after that, we're going to catch up on the Insidious series where we have 3 weeks of Insidious Chapter 3, Insidious the Last Key, and Insidious the Red Door with Jesse. So we can all be caught up just in time for the 6th Insidious film, which I'm excited about. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
You can say it too.
You can say bye,
Oh.
Brandon.
Bye. My bad.